Kang, you say we have breaking news?
Yeah, big news. Big news. Ian Rappaport, NFL Network, was reporting 1 minute ago on Twitter, also known as X. Lions All-Pro and Pro Bowl center Frank Ragnow, one of the game's best, has informed the team he plans to retire. A stellar career comes to a close.
Oh, boy.
Wow. Well, that is out of left field.
All right, maybe we should give him a new contract. I'll give him a new contract. I'm cool for that.
I guess it had nothing to do with the contract.
You don't think this is...
No, when you say you're going to quit, it has nothing to do, I don't think, with a contract.
Wow.
I think just he doesn't want to have the crap beat out of him all the time.
Okay, that's a game changer, and obviously bad news for the Lions for the football product.
He walks away at age 29. Mike Garofalo says his absence was not about a contract situation. He walks away at age 29. Okay.
So let me circle back to something that we talked about during last season. And Kang, I think you were the first to bring it up. You said, careful this guy being around long term. It might not be something we can count on. And, you start reading the tea leaves a little bit of what the player's been saying. I don't know if there's a way to sugarcoat this. This is a big loss.
Oh, it's huge.
This is a big loss for the Detroit Lions.
I mean, he's one of the best of the game. I mean, I don't know if it's going to, if you care about odds of Super Bowls and all that stuff, how it's going to shift. But it hurts them dramatically. Not only is the offensive line the best part of the football team, Frank Ragnow is one of the best centers in the league. Here's what Frank Ragnow had to say on Instagram. He says, these past couple of months have been very trying as I've come to the realization that my football journey is ending and I'm officially retiring from the National Football League. I've tried to convince myself that I'm feeling good, but I'm not. And it's time to prioritize my health and my family's future. I have given this team everything I have, and I thought I had more to give, but the reality is I simply don't. I have to listen to my body, and this has been one of the hardest decisions of my life. The Lions organization has been absolutely incredible throughout this process, and I can't emphasize this enough, how grateful I am for this team and all the fans. It was an absolute honor going to battle for you all. Wow.
Well, now I'm super sad.
I know. I'm very sad.
This game's brutal, man. Yeah. It takes its toll. He's playing at such a high level. One would imagine if he could, he'd play.
Yeah. Man.
So now what?
Well,
I mean, it's never been better to be a Detroit Lion. It's got to be heartbreaking to step away at this time.
Yeah, for him, absolutely. But you hope he's completely healthy. Obviously, he was worried about that, and I understand it. But I'm going to try to separate myself away from him and just look at the fan in me. So I'm not pissed at him. I'm pissed at the situation. This is awful. Now, is it the same as for this year as if he would have tore his ACL doing a drill at OTAs or something? Same thing. They're not going to have him this year. So what goes in its place? I mean, wow. Ratledge has played center a little bit, right? But he wasn't drafted to be a complete center. Glasgow's right now your center, right, as you go up the depth charts. I'm going to look to see about, free agent centers out there. I'm sure there's not that many. There could be trades made. Wow, this is awful for the Lions.
So, Doug, when you alluded earlier when I kind of brought this up a couple years ago that just, be on the lookout, I went back and looked at why. And it was at the end of the 2023 season that he was doing their exit interviews, in the locker room, things like that. And he told the media, he said it takes a toll on you. It really takes a toll on you. I need to figure out a way to get back to being frank. And I don't regret any of this at all, but it weighs on you. So I really got to take some time and figure out everything to make sure I'm feeling good. That was at the end of the 2023 season. So ever since then, you kind of on the lookout. But then he came back, of course, and he said, he wants to do this. The body feels good. And I think last year he even said that, hey, my body's never really felt better. Of course, it's not going to be 100%, but he felt better. But at the end of every season, you always reevaluate and how your body, you don't know how your body's going to end up feeling, right? And apparently right now it doesn't sound like it's feeling the best, and he doesn't want to continue.
Wow, this is a big blow for the Detroit Lions. We've gone from talking about whether or not he wants an extension to Frank Ragnow walking away from the Detroit Lions, announcing his retirement moments ago. Now what for the Lions? 248-539-9797. People, your reaction to this. We will get to that next here on Karsch and Anderson. We are at the Oakland Hills Country Club, the 5th annual Game Above Detroit Sports Commission golf outing. 248-539-9797.